All right, now we are on lesson 12, and we're going to be doing more about order of operations, but we're going to be working with things called symbols of inclusion, which are basically parentheses, brackets, stuff like that. So here's some examples. Parenthesis might look like this, and then you've got brackets. Not exactly sure what you call these, but sometimes you'll see these in your math problems, and those are all symbols of inclusion. They just are going to put something that they want done first in here, and, or in either of these kind of things in the middle of your equations. And it's just to say, hey, focus on the stuff inside of here first. So we're going to go and we're going to work some problems together so you can kind of see how this works. So we are doing question A on page 56, and we're going to work from left to right, and what we have to do is we have to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we have a -3 minus 2. Both signs are the same, so you add them together and you make it negative. And then we've got, I'm going to put that in parentheses, and then we've got a -4 minus 1. Both same sign. We add them together, keep the sign. It's -5 there as well. So now, remember what we said. These, when you have two parentheses kind of squished together like that, it's basically saying multiplication. So it's -5 times -5, which is 25. Positive 25. Two negatives times each other is positive. So there's the first example. Okay, another example. This is question B, same page, 6 minus 2, parentheses, minus 4 minus 6 in parentheses. Okay, we're going to work from left to right, and we're going to focus on what's in the parentheses. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and then we're going to subtract 4 minus 6, which is a -2. All right, so we've got a 4 minus a -2. Two negatives together, that becomes positive. So 4 plus 2 is 6. There is your answer. Okay, so next example. This is letter C on page 56. We're going to work from left to right. And right here we have a -5 times what's in this parentheses. Well, we have to figure out what's in the parentheses first before we can multiply. So you have to focus on what's inside those symbols of inclusion. So -3 minus 3 is -6. And this is -5 plus. Okay, I'm just going to skip over this and I'm going to focus on my parentheses first. Okay. So then I've got a 2 times whatever 1 minus 3 is, which is -2. Okay. All right. So now we need to multiply next. We've done what's in our symbols of inclusion. Now we have to multiply. -5 times -6 is positive 30. And then we've got a 2 times -2, which is -4. When you have a plus and minus sign like this, they become negative. So 30 minus 4 is 26. You could have also said here when it was 30 plus -4, you could have said, okay, well, this is a -4 and this is a positive 30. Two different signs. You subtract them. 30 minus 4 is 26. And this is the bigger number and it's positive, so that's why my answer is positive. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. So 26 is the answer to this question. Last example that we're going to walk through today is letter D. Okay, so we have a big jumble of numbers here, and when you have this right here where something big is being divided by this big kind of equation here, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for the numerator, we're going to solve for the denominator, and then we're going to do the division. Okay, we're not going to try and do any kind of division before we figure out what this number is on top and what this number is on the bottom. Okay, so let's look at the top only, and let's focus on our symbols of inclusion. This is 10 minus 8, which is 2. Okay, so I have -3 times 2 minus -4. Okay, so multiplication first. -3 times 2 is -6. minus negative 4. Add and subtract next from left to right. 2 negatives is positive. This is 4 minus 6 basically, or negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Sorry. Okay, so our numerator is now negative 2. We know what that is. Okay. It's not the answer, it's just the answer to our numerator. Okay, now we need to solve the bottom. Left to right, we're going to work on multiplication. There's our first multiplication. 4 minus positive 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, and then minus 13. Okay, so 2 negatives together means positive. 4 plus 9 is 13, minus 13. This answer is 0. So now we suddenly have negative 2 was our numerator, and that's over 0. Okay, remember, this is an undefined answer, or impossible, whatever you want to call it. You cannot take a number and put it into 0 piles. You can't take 5 cookies and put them into 0 piles. It's impossible. So that's why you cannot divide by 0. Now, if you have a 0 on the top, that's fine, but this 0 on the bottom means the answer is impossible or undefined. So that's how you work these problems.